Hey guys, Aaron here from TCGI Aaron, just bringing you my Aqua deck profile. So, may as well just get started. My starting Vanguard is Officer Cadet Eric. He's the only good starter for Aqua bar Advanced Party Brave Shooter, but he gives an extra search for a grade 3, so what's the point? Oh yeah, by the way, this is a Hydro Hurricane build, because, you know, non-meta for the win. So, triggers. 4 heal, obviously. 4 crit. And then 8 stand. All mass production sailors, because why not? My favorite stand in the whole game. So, yeah. I'm planning on running 16 stand triggers eventually, just so I can run 16 of this guy, but I've only have 14 mass production sailors so far, so whenever that happens, it happens. Just have to pull from boosted at 11. Oh, and Ice Angel, greatest heal trigger in the game. Okay, so that's grade 0, so not much to say really. Crit pressure, stand pressure, etc, etc. So, starting off my grade 1s, we have 4 vanillas, obviously, because they're just the best boosters in this deck, to be honest. Other than like Mercenary Brave Shooter, but whatever. 1 Eugene just as attack, just so I can, if I miss my Diamantes, I can just use him instead. It's not that great because he's dead after like second turn, but oh well. 3 Mercenary Brave Shooter. This guy's great for actually switching with Eugene on the first turn. So if your hand looks like Theo and your starter, obviously, then you've got Mercenary and Eugene. You just write Theo, call Eugene, Mercenary, and then just do you got 3 attacks first turn. Not too bad. Then 1 Splash Assault, because I don't have a 4th Mercenary Brave Shooter, so he's just filling in there. But he's an okay card in the 3rd battle. 1 Light Signals Penguin Soldier, because just draw power. Like Aqua Force doesn't have a lot of draw power, but too many of these would clog the deck. So I'd rather just have 1 and just draw into it when I can. 3 Battle Siren Dorothea. I used to run 2, but because I never drew into her, I decided to throw in the extra one, and it has helped a lot. I'm pulling her every game then. So she's the generic 10k booster on the 3rd battle, so it's not too bad. Which you're hoping to always have her behind the Vanguard. It's great. It's great for the grade 1 rush. Whenever you go for a second turn, like 4 grade 1s in the field, and you're just attacking constantly. So that's my and 2 Emerald Shield Pashal, because I don't think Aqua Force can run 4. Cause like their hand size isn't big enough to be able to hold like discarding 1 every time to guard. So I think 2 is actually the best for Aqua Force, to be honest. So yeah, that's my grade 1s. Yeah, move those out of the way. Okay, so grade 2s. I run 4 Twin Strike Brave Shooter. These are I use these instead of 10k beaters because they're just a lot better. You use them behind your Storm Rider column so that they can actually use their effect. They're one of the most versatile 12k beaters in the game, because you don't have to have a specific Vanguard. You just have to have 2 or less rear guards, meaning they're great for Storm Riders. So that's them. 3 Coral Assault. Oops, knocked the camera. 3 Coral Assault, 11k on 3rd battle. Great for the other set column. It just hits 11k Vanguards easily. Not much else to say. 2 Valyria, On 4th battle, and she hits a vanguard, she can retire 1 rearguard. Quite good, because I'm running so many stand triggers, I can just, even if I've got Hydro Hurricane and the whole field set up, I can just stand her back up and start popping units. He's kind of the same. This is Marine General Wrestles Tides Algos. He's kind of the same, except for instead of retiring an opponent's unit, you just draw a card. So that's him. They're pretty good. So on to the grade 3s. The ace of the deck, 4 Hydro Hurricane Dragon. Of course, having one of them SP as well is quite nice. This guy's limit break is quite devastating, but only it's a limit break 4 where you kind of lost 2 and he gets 3000 power, and when his attack hits a vanguard in the 4th battle of the turn or more, retire all of your opponent's rearguards. That board wiping ability can just wreck someone's game. Like they basically just have lost, especially on decks that need a lot of field advantage. His second ability is just so he can hit cross rides, so he gets 3000 when he attacks. Only problem is this is because it's an activate. It's just because it's an act. It telegraphs your attack, and they're like, okay, perfect guard, and then you've wasted your 2 counterblast. So that's the only big downside with this card. But all in all, it's actually a really good vanguard. And that's why I played over a Maelstrom build, because of the wrecking ability of the limit break. So my other grade 3s are 3 Stormrider Diamantes. I don't run 4 because I don't want to ride into him, because he's not really like, he's 9k Vanguard that can't do anything on the Vanguard circle. But he's a Stormrider column. Whenever he attacks a Vanguard, he gets 2000 power and he switches with the unit behind him. This here lets you just start getting your 4th attacks and 5th attacks or whatever in the turn. And finally, as my backup Vanguard, just whenever I hit 5 damage, 1 Blue Storm Dragon Glory Maelstrom. This guy is brilliant. Arguably the best ultimate break in the game. So when he attacks, it doesn't matter what battle it's on. He gets 5. You've counterblast 1, and he gets 5000 power, and your opponent can't guard with grade 1s or higher. So basically, they can't perfect guard or do anything like that. So he's quite amazing, especially as a backup. So whenever you're on Hydro, that 10k base is kind of painful whenever you're fighting with 11k Vanguards. But then you just, whenever they hit you to 5 damage, right up, use him, and they can't do anything because because they're used to perfect guarding with this guy. If you just wait a couple of turns after activating his limit break, because if you use it twice at least, you'll still have 1 counterblast. So as a final ditch effort, you can just ride him and just stop them in their tracks. So yeah, that's my deck profile of Hydro Hurricane Dragon. Hope you guys liked it, and I will see you guys later. Like, rate, comment and subscribe to TCGI Ireland, and this is Aaron signing out.